Hello, welcome. So, Hailborn here. Tonight we are going to play some No Man's Sky, and tonight we are going to do something a little different. Well, not really different for what I do. We're gonna start a new game since I've never played this on stream before or on Twitch, on YouTube. We're gonna start a new game. All right. So I have played this before. I played a lot of it. These are just some of the saves I have. I've been playing with my friend in Scotland, Chris. Uh, I've got a relax save. We just started a new normal save just a few hours in. But honestly, I've played a lot more hours in this. I've lost more saves in this game than I like to think about. And I've played a lot of hours, especially during the pandemic. That being said, this game has changed a lot. I recently just opened that save just to see where I was. But we're going to do a whole new permadeath. I'm just checking. Yeah, you can see me just fine. I am getting a new mount to move where the camera is a little bit so you have a better view of me. That should be here tomorrow. I'm going to be taking a vacation, so I won't be around this weekend. I'm going to try to get some stuff done. But tonight, we're going to do a new game. We're going to start in Permadeath. That's the plan. I am going to probably increase the volume on the music because I usually turn it down playing with Chris just so I can hear him. And I'm going to hit this button. So, welcome. I'm Hailborn. We are going to play some Permadeath No Man's Sky today. And one of the things that we're going to do is right when we open the game, we're going to change settings. We're going to turn off the HUD. I believe in HUDs. They're already in modern day society. We use them all the time. But until I can fix my multi-tool, until the multi-tool is fixed, we're not going to use the HUD. And if my multi-tool breaks, I'm going to turn the HUD off. Now, if you go to survival, that's not permadeath. So we're going to go to custom. We're going to go change this to survival. Creative, relax, survival. And death. Death consequences. Delete. The save will be deleted. Okay, so I'm going to confirm and start the game. Here are my rules. If I die, I die. And I'm going to stop playing, stop streaming this, and we're going to move to TLS. My goal for this stream is to survive and get to my ship. If I can get to the ship, I might try to get off planet, survive that, and then go build the first base, survive that. That's the goal. Again, I'm going to turn off the HUD as soon as we get into the game. All right. So like I said, I've played a fair amount of this game in the past, and I also need to adjust the volume so you guys have some music. It's not just me running around trying to survive. And like I said, I'm going to have a new stand for the camera so it's not up high on the top of my giant monitor. All right, let's begin initialization. Commencing assistant suit initialization. Now, if you've played this game before, you know. Perfect. Oh, that's not a cave. In permadeath, it's always good to have a cave when you start. But when you start, the way that you're facing is usually, actually not usually, I'm pretty sure it's always toward your ship. So I'm not sure if it's up there to the right or if it's facing directly forward. I don't remember. Aerial propulsion jetpack online. So I think it's directly that way. But the first thing we're going to do... User initialization sequence complete. Oh, all right, cool. So this is the first time... Oh, geez, I am already dying. So I'm going to run over here. I hope this is a cave. Perfect. All right, so it's always good to have a cave, especially in permadeath. It lets you get a little organized. All right, so we're gonna hit escape. Options. Let's see, general. We're gonna change a couple of things. Like I said, I play with like no music. There's a little music for you. We're gonna turn up the sound effects so I can hear what's going on. And we're gonna turn up the vocals. Okay. I can hear things. It says you can hear things, so that's good. Again, I'm disabling the HUD. Disabled. We're applying this, and this is how we're going to play. Okay? All right. So, I already know that I'm kind of dying. Oh, I forgot. You don't see anything with the HUD disabled. Alright, what do I need in order? Ooh, I haven't played with keyboard and mouse in a while. Alright, so to start, we need ferrite dust to repair our multi-tool. Once we repair the multi-tool, I'll turn the HUD back on. Anytime my multi-tool doesn't work, my HUD doesn't work. Alright, so let's go see if we can't find some ferrite. Oh, those aren't good. Without the HUD, I don't know if I'm... Oh, okay, so we got something. I'm hoping this is ferrite. Now, there's a lot you can learn without the HUD. If you checked out the beginning of the stream... Oh, okay, so when it starts turning red, that means... it doesn't look like... when it starts turning red, that means you're getting up to the top of the use for the multi-tool. And you gotta let it cool back down. Alright, so none of that gave me anything. Oh, okay. When it's dripping like that, it is getting materials. So I'm gonna take a quick peek. We're gonna hit A, go over, exosuit. So I've picked up a little ferrite dust and a little bit of carbon. Alright, I need a lot more ferrite dust. I think that's a standard rock. Now, if the screens, you see, look at the edges of the screen. You see how it's turning green? I don't think that, I can't break that rock. That means that my atmospheric safety is going down. I will need to jump back. Toxic protection, hear it? So I will probably want to jump back into this cave. These I should be able to kill, and that should give me oxygen. There we go. If I get too close, that's going to be poisonous. That's not good. Now, when the beam starts turning yellow and red, it's more effective. Uh-oh. Oh, no. My beam's dead. Alright, but I collected enough carbon. So if you run out of your beam, you gotta go break things that are carbon. So I'm gonna get some more carbon, just in case I run out of my beam, before I can turn my HUD back on. Again, if you're just joining me, my rule for the HUD is if my multi-tool, if the scanner is not working, my scanner's not working, my HUD's not working. That's my rule. Ah, there we go. This should have some ferrite in it. Check that out. All right, I need 70. That's not doing anything. All right, so again, we're playing in permadeath. My goal for this stream is just make it to my ship. One of the things I used to like to do that I really enjoyed was getting off planet without using the original ship. I think that's kind of a cool way to play the game. Just leave that red ship where it is, don't touch it, and find a different one. Used to be kind of easy. Alright, that is not going to be... Alright, so I've only got 23. Let's break that... Oh, wrong button. Analyze. Alright, so those stalactites give you cobalt. Cobalt's good. I've got a decent amount of carbon so I can recharge, but I really need the ferrite dust. I'd like to get my scanner working, get my HUD. That's my rule. Scanner's broken, no HUD. That's probably carbon. Oh, that's breaking. That should get me, oh, there's another one. Rocks generally give you ferrite dust. Okay, we just need a little bit more. We're close. That'll be a little carbon. That's not breaking. These will. Alright, now this is also a completely new planet. I located it. I found it. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna run back to my cave. Yep, I got enough ferrite. So we're gonna run back to the cave. Get under here. We're going to fix our scanner. Okay, cool. Now, my scanner's fixed. I didn't die. My HUD's going back on. Alright, that helps a lot. I almost kind of want to just keep it off. Alright, so the starship is in the direction that I was facing originally. It's kind of the whole point of turning the HUD back on. I really could have left it off. I do like to grab rusted metal because once you have a refiner, you can turn that into ferrite dust. I don't think I can... Oh, I can take this sweet root. Alright, cool. Toxic protection is already falling. I don't... Oh, I do have my scanner. So, one of the things you want to try and collect... I always like to get hydrogen, but I need... Obviously, it just said I needed... the advanced mining beam, and I don't have that yet. Anytime I can gather oxygen, now that I've got the HUD, you can see what the resources are. Anytime let's collect a little bit more ferrite dust. Anytime I can collect hydrogen, which is right over here. Oh. Dihydrogen, sorry. I do, because I can use that later on to craft life support. And then, the last thing I always like to try to get before I get to my ship is sodium. Sodium is critical, especially when you're playing Permadeath. You're going to need it for when storms come, and you need it to, if you don't have a cave nearby, you need it to recharge your atmosphere, the top bar, the green one. It's green on this planet, but if you go to a hot planet, it'll turn red. Frozen planet, it'll turn blue. It's your atmospheric protection. Again, grab dihydrogen. See, if I press X right now, I can go to recharge equipment. Mining beam just ran out. I got 120. Gonna charge that. But see, my hazard protection is what they call it. You need sodium to do the hazard protection. I don't know why I'm explaining so much, because this game has been explained much better than I can ever do it by streamers that I watched a bit of, especially during the pandemic. This game, I played a lot of this game during the pandemic, and I looked for a lot of suggestions from streamers. Awesome. There's my ship. For this stream, I am going to use it. Alright, so I'm going to grab everything I can for resources for now. If I need to drop stuff, I can't do that without an Alice Pass. If I need to drop stuff, I will. I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, damaged machinery. Later on, I'm going to hold on to the viscous fluids because you can turn those into nanites. Once you have a freighter and you have once you have a freighter and you have a recycler on there, that's when I start saving nanites like crazy, or all of those fluids. Broadcast. I almost want to turn my HUD back off, just so you guys can see I know how to play this game. Because you have clues. Look at the edge of the screen right now. You can see that it's turning green. That means I'm under like 15 or 20%. So I'm going to jump in my ship. When you're in your ships, you're protected from the atmosphere. My launch thrusters are offline. Oh no! Alright, I'm on a planet by myself, a strange world, unequipped and in danger. I have no memory of how I got here. Uh-oh. The ship seems to recognize me. That's good. Alright. I'm gonna connect my exosuit. Now, one of the cool things about this game is I think there are infinite systems, and most people don't get out of the first. And by I don't mean the first like star system, I mean like the first universe. Alright, so we need metal plating and a hermetic seal. Alright, so my atmospheric resistance is about half. I'm going to jump out. I can jump back in at any time. Alright, so pulse engine, metal plating. So I need ferrite dust. I need more ferrite dust to make metal plating. You can see on the bottom right, it's telling me what I need. I'm looking around. I just did a scan. I'm going to take this plant out because it's a big giant tree thing. I can't scan anything yet, but I want to make sure I have enough carbon for when my mining beam runs out. I'm probably also going to jump back into my ship because my toxic protection is falling and I don't want to use any sodium yet. Do anything. That one's kind of far away, and I needed advanced mining laser. Alright, jumping back in. Okay, we're going to make that metal plating. Then we just installed that metal plating. Okay. Vital ingredients are missing. I need a hermetic seal. Request some assistance. Alright, so I need a hermetic seal. I knew I was going to need a hermetic seal. That's kind of why sometimes I just try to find a different ship. But then you don't have to run and get the blueprint. You have to buy it later. Or maybe it gives it to you. I don't remember. Alright, so I just got a planetary chart. Let's go back into my inventory. We are going to plot route. Loot. Ooh, what's that building? Is that a trade station that close? Alright, so I noticed when it did its cool little thing that there was another building in that direction. I'm gonna wait for a moment because I want to have as much atmospheric protection as I can. I already know for sure, either on my way to the next little sea-looking thing, the quest point, that there's going to be a storm. No question about it. You can see my atmospheric resistance is going up. My health is going down slowly. That's your oxygen. I did grab some oxygen. But reaching that marker, there's gonna be a storm. Alright, so I'm full up. That marker is in that direction, but I'm gonna go up to the top of this hill because I saw another building when it did that little map thing. And it looked like it might have had landing pads. And if it had landing pads, that means it's a trade station, and that will be worth going to. Place I'm headed is in that direction. You can see that. I'm gonna destroy that. That's gonna give me some oxygen. Sodium is also really important. Oh, hit the wrong button there. So Na is sodium. Really thought I saw a building over here. Now I don't. That's that weather warning I was talking about. Incoming storm. I want to grab that sodium, but I'm gonna take the easy way out of this. I just walked past a cave. Nah. Let's do it. Let's play the game the way it's meant to be. Alright, I'm gonna grab... Oh, look at all that sodium. That should keep me alive through a storm. Okay, I'm actually gonna do a little recharge right now. Okay. Now, I do need to get there fast. But again, I'm gonna collect all the sodium I can, because in a storm, your atmospheric protection goes down much faster. So I'm doing a combination of sprinting and then I'm using the shoulder thrust with my jetpack. That's that. And it gets you there a little bit faster. I'm just gonna skip that ferrite, skip that little box that we just passed on the right. I just want to get to the protection over here. Again, I'm playing Permadeath, so you got to be careful there. It's gonna walk in here. That's gonna protect me. All right, we are protected. All right, my health is almost down, so we're gonna use a little oxygen, like I said. Boom, oxygen. Then I'm gonna check something, cause life support, carbon in dihydrogen jelly. How do I have a dihydrogen jelly? Where'd I get that from? I'm not sure where I got that from, but dihydrogen. That's that crystal material that I was collecting, and it takes 40 of those. So you see, I don't know why I did that, but I'm gonna make a couple of life supports right now. Now, if you hover over and press E, that'll make another life supports. So I always like to put my life supports down here. Then ion batteries. What do you use ion batteries for? That means you don't have to use sodium in order to rebuild your atmospheric protection. As I mentioned, I like cobalt. Cobalt is also really good to sell. You can also refine it into ionized cobalt. Now, I haven't tried to play this game for the finances in a long time, but since we're playing this as a new playthrough, and I'm going to try to keep it real, we're going to also be paying attention to the finances and how we can trade in order to get the most money. There might be a couple of former easy ways to get money that I knew and that I know don't work any longer. What do I mean? Well, when you used to find an abandoned ship, as I mentioned, I'm not saving the viscous fluids. When you used to find an abandoned ship, you used to be able to bring it up to a starship, sell it, and then get it back. They disabled that. So, no quick way to make money anymore. All right, visor damage, can't find your ship, recover more supplies. I already did that. I got, oh, did I just get 2 hermetic seals? I did. So I got 1 from inside, and I just got 1 from outside. All right, I need carbon nanotubes so I can make the visor. That's what okay. Forgive me, I'm not going to restart because that'd be silly. The analysis visor is what I wanted to wait for before turning on the HUD. I already did. I'm not going to restart just to do it again. I could have gotten here. But let's go. Let's check out what do I need. So, in order to... I hit tab because I'm playing keyboard mouse. Hit the analysis visor. Install. Now I need carbon nanotubes. I just need 1. Let's hit A, go over to my exosuit. I should be able to build a carbon nanotube. 50 carbon. Let's go back over to the multi-tool. We're gonna install. Boom. Okay. Now we can analyze things. So before, where you saw that there was a secondary element, I wasn't collecting that secondary element because I couldn't identify it. Now, on the other hand, I am. Oh, if anybody, remember, if you got the question marks, you're not actually collecting that second element, and collecting a free secondary element is better than not. Alright, so I do need to get back to my ship. Oh, what's that little guy? Also, the more items... Ooh, chromatic metal? Alright. Chromatic metal is really important. It's what you need for your first... Actually, you need it for a lot. You need it to build a lot of the base parts, such as the base computer. Usually you would need to find a copper deposit, build a refiner, and then, those are cool. And then you can refine the copper and eventually other metals into your chromatic metal. The higher the ranking the material, can't remember what they all are, but the better the ratio of return, the rate of return. Now, I'm making sure that I'm scanning anything that pops up as a question mark. There's a couple of reasons for that. One, I've already mentioned, secondary materials you need to scan in order to be able to collect them. So there's only one material here. But if you scan the materials, I don't know why I use sodium. I should have used my battery. If you scan them, you get a better rate of return as well. These little Datrium guys, they make your exosuit burn farther. Since I'm just starting. Oh, my surge has faded. Since I'm just starting, I'm going to use those because it's going to help me get back to my ship sooner. Okay. Take this dihydrogen. This is a huge dihydrogen deposit. I think in order to take that, I think I need to have the upgraded mining laser. But that would be sodium and sodium that doubles sodium. If I could. Remember, turns red, you gotta let it cool down. I have my heads up display or HUD up so I can see on the top right. It also gives me a little warning. Carbon and oxygen. Now, let's see how much chromatic metal goes. I think I did 3 items.
Toxic protection falling.
Chromatic metal, it only gave me 5. The other reason you want to make sure that you scan... Ooh, that hurt. Yep, I need an advanced mining laser. The other reason you want to make sure that you scan all the animals you see, once you get onto the Enigma, it's not the Enigma, what's it called? The big black sphere that you can call in. You can talk to one of the guys and they allow you to gain a special unit for all of the creatures that you have scanned. It's one of the in-game resources. I am running out of juice quick here. Remember, batteries. I'm gonna grab some more of this. I'm gonna keep on grabbing these condensed carbons. They're great. It's like 2 carbons. In order to make a condensed carbon, it takes 2 regular carbons, plus if you're not either using a refiner that's attached to electricity or one that's on your freighter, it costs another carbon just to process. Alright, so now I can get it back into my ship. Remember, I was grabbing resources the entire way. Let's go to my ship. I've got 2 hermetic seals somehow. Alright, so my pulse engine is good. Now my launch thrusters are not working, so I need pure ferrite, not ferrite dust. So, return. And I need dihydrogen jelly. Dihydrogen jelly is easy because I've already got dihydrogen. So I'm going to make a couple of those. Remember? Hover over E. There we go. 2. Got my dihydrogen. Don't think. Go to Starship. Oh, dihydrogen. Perfect. Alright, that's repaired. Now I need pure ferrite. I need to build a refiner. So, to build a refiner, wrong button, Z, refiner, portable refiner. I need a metal plating. For metal plating, I need ferrite dust. Do I have enough? Yes, I do. Okay, cool. Ferrite dust. Great. We're going to build my portable refiner. Can I change my color? I can. I like to do wood, blue and white for everything because that's what I like. Alright, so, refiner. Now, you gotta charge your refiner. Now, I picked up enough condensed carbon. I'm not gonna use all of it. Just put a little bit in. And I need ferrite dust to make pure ferrite. But like I mentioned, I grabbed that rusted metal. This is going to give me a bunch of ferrite dust, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay using a little carbon to create that. That way I'm not running around just trying to mine up rocks for 10 minutes. Instead, I'm letting my refiner do that. Oh, don't forget, gotta analyze. Can I get these guys from here? Oh, I can. They're close enough. Awesome. I'm not going to try to get a pet yet. I'll wait until I find something that I think is extra cool. Oh, I need a advanced mining laser for that, so I'm not even going to bother. My refiner should be still refining. Okay. Gonna add more of that. When we pick up the refiner, we'll get that carbon back, but I think it's gonna be as regular carbon. Anytime I see buried technology modules, I do try to collect them, but I don't have my terrain manipulator yet, so I can't. So while my refiner is working, I am gonna let all that ferrite dust be created from the rusted metal. I'm gonna grab as much carbon and oxygen as I can. Notice the edges are turning green. What does that mean? Oh, unidentified plant. Identify it. You get more resources if it's identified. Uh-oh, my weapon charge is depleted. I'm about to die. I'm not about to die. After your atmospheric stuff is depleted, you don't automatically die. It does then start actually taking your shield and actually killing you, but it takes a minute. Alright, so as I mentioned, I just want to get off this planet, get to the point where I can build my base. That's the other reason why I'm grabbing as much carbon as I can. You need carbon to build a base. Alright, that's enough. Oh, let's get out. I've been playing this game with a controller recently, not keyboard and mouse. Alright, that's enough. Take that. Take that. Go to ferrite dust. We're gonna transfer all of that. And we're gonna grab more carbon. Why? Oh, actually, we're gonna recharge our mining beam. Gonna use the condensed carbon. We are grabbing carbon because we're going to need it in order to build our base. I like to build my bases a little bit bigger than you think. I don't like to just have one room with 4 little walls. I like to have a little bit bigger so that you can build a little bit more in it, even on a first base, because you do need some space. So I usually like to do either a 2x3. Yeah, 2x3 is what I like to usually try to hit. Now, I think it's still working that you don't have to use a roof. You can just use floors as your roof. It's what I've done a lot. I don't know if it'll still work, but oh, don't forget, scan it. I've done a lot of that, so that's what we're gonna do. Once you build that first base computer, you do create another storm comes in to kill you. I've got enough. All right, we're gonna get that. Okay, got that. Oh, I'm kind of far away, a little further than I thought. Okay, so we're gonna grab all this pure ferrite. We're gonna stick it there. Get out of that. Then we're gonna hold the. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to do that. We're gonna hold the center mouse button, pick it back up. Yep. So you see, it came back as carbon, not as condensed carbon. All right, so we need to finish fixing our launch thrusters. Fixed. Done.
Technology repaired.
Yay. All right, and we got a 50% charge on those. Okay, there we go. We've got a message coming in. Okay, Starship guidance. Press W to take off. All right, we are flying. Here we go. We have made it to our ship. I feel like I robbed you guys because I turned my HUD on before I had my scanner up. I shouldn't have. I'm sorry. If anybody comes on and says that I should restart and do it that way that my visor needs, not anybody. I'd say if 10 people in the first week from me posting this video, if 10 people come on and say start a new permadeath with your HUD off until you fix your visor, not your multi-tool but your visor, till you install that, you can't use your HUD, I'll do it. I highly doubt anybody's gonna watch it, and I highly doubt that's actually gonna happen. Oh, I don't have a terrain manipulator, so it doesn't matter. All right, all systems are functional. I can jump off into the stars. I'm just flying around a little bit, seeing what this planet's got. If I do come across a resource node, I'm gonna shoot it from my plane, my spaceship. It's not a plane, Kieran. Hailborn. Just looking to see if there might be a resource node before I go into the stars. Because I think... Let's see if I shoot that. No, I'm not getting any resources. But for some reason, I'm thinking... If I find like a copper resource node... that I can shoot it from my spaceship and I'll get the resources. That looks like it might be a resource. No, is that a cave? Yeah, it's just a cave. Give another minute going in one general direction. Okay, I'm not seeing anything. Just trying to get some copper real quick. All right, let's go up to the space bar to get the pulse engine going. So now I'm in space. All right, cool. I discovered this. All right. All right, we're gonna scan these planets. Worm-ridden planets. Dusty. Planet I just came from is an acidic planet. Alright, I just did everything I needed to with just moving. Oh, alright, so X. Check out what's going on. 16, 16, 16, 16. I've never known what that meant. Never looked it up. I don't know if anybody knows. I will identify myself. I hope I have some viewers. Well, now I at least have one viewer. It's me. That's terrible. All right. I am not alone. Yes, I am. Okay, input these new coordinates. Lighted planet.
Alert. Navigational data received.
Okay, so on the dusty planet, there is a signal source. Let's see, have I checked all these planets? There's a few moons. Let's see if I got like a cool zero gravity moon or something. Ruined. There's a moon over here. Took me a little while to get used to looking at the galaxy that I'm in, solar system that I'm in, not the galaxy. You can also see that diamond. That diamond should be the space station in this solar system, right? A galaxy is a group of stars. Solar system is the star and the planets around it, I think. Pretty certain. I know I took science class in high school. I took a few of them. But I'm no astronomer, no physicist either. All right, so I have 30% fuel remaining. I'm just gonna break out of the pulse engine. Just looking, I was just taking another look for, oh, there it is. Okay, it is tiny. Look at that. It's really far away. So that's the space station. It's not telling me to go there yet. So let's follow what the game is saying. And we'll go here first. Go to the source signal. I gotta remember, I'm playing in Permadeath, so let's not crash into the ground. Now, a lot has changed in this game. Quite a bit. And I am really enjoying playing it with my friend Chris in Scotland. Now, one of the changes is that on the quests, it's not exactly where it says it is. A lot of the times you have to get out and you have to scan with your visor to find it. Now, I already did a scan like that. That's the C button. I did a scan of the local area. Ooh, that looks like copper. Ooh, I am picking that up. No, I wasn't. Picked up ferrite dust. And I picked up oxygen. That is definitely copper, though. I didn't pick any up. So, I did a scan. And there's a building over here. My guess? That's where we're supposed to go. Oh, it's not a building. My guess is that's the first quest spot. So we're gonna jump off here. Ooh, that is a pretty cool looking animal. Remember? Gonna scan all these to get the units. Cool. Now it's giving me a little display saying look out. Those are the sentinels. They're dangerous. I'm gonna try not to piss them off because just started. I don't have shields. All I have is my mining beam. I don't have a good weapon to take them out. They don't like it when you take resources off of planets. They do not like that. And I don't even have a terrain manipulator, so I can't dig myself a hole to try to hide. Alright, decipher signal. There's a 16 again. I really don't know what that means. All right, it's after 9. We are supposed to be working on TLS, but like I said, I want to finish this first. All right, so base computer, extract those plans, chromatic metal, and there you go. So I have the dihydrogen jelly, and I can make the carbon nanotubes. But remember, I saw that copper, so I'm gonna find more copper. Ooh, I'm gonna get these first. There we go. Alright, so I'm looking for a resource node. That's silver. Silver is quite handy. Ooh, terrain manipulator. Actually, let's do that first. Alright, I can build the terrain manipulator because I have the dihydrogen. And I should have more than enough carbon to make 2 carbon nanotubes. So that's good. Got that. That should come charged 100%. Perfect. So I'm going to start right now by grabbing these buried technology modules. The sentinels shouldn't come after you for digging into the ground. They don't like it when you take resources, but digging into the ground is usually okay. But I can't, that'd be through the planet. That's that copper deposit, or a copper deposit. I'm just checking to see if there's one a little closer. Mineral resources are diamonds. Oh, there's one closer. That one's only 286. Right? And it's close to a copper protection. Notice my environmental protection has changed to blue. That's because this planet is a cold planet. Alright, so I'm going to get back into my starship. I should have enough. Oh, alright, not enough thruster fuel. What do I need for that? Starship. We need a launch fuel. Alright, what do I need for launch fuel? Launch fuel. I need metal plating. I can't make it because I don't have enough ferrite dust because I turned all my ferrite dust into solid ferrite. Oh, that was silly. All right, so to switch out of that, there we go. That was G. I don't want I'll finish it out. All right, so you can take some of the resources without upsetting the sentinels. I didn't scan that last item. Oops. Trying to find some ferrites. Oh, and chromatic metal. Alright, I'm gonna grab this oh, shoot. Dihydrogen. Alright, I need enough ferrite dust to make... There was another resource I missed. I think if you scan every different resource on a planet, I think you get a special reward, or one of the guys in the... what is it called? Or one of the guys in one of the spaceships you can call later on. Oh, it's right at the tip of my brain. Alright, so we need that. Then we need one of those. What is it called? The round spaceship that you get. That you can summon everywhere. Can't remember the name of it for some silly reason at the moment. Alright, there we go. Alright, and I still have my copper deposit marked. It's right over here. I could have ran to it. It was only 200 meters away, but I'd rather fly. The anomaly. There we go. Alright, so We're gonna switch back to the mining beam with G. Oh, look at that. This guy gives me a little language. Accept knowledge. Cool. Oh, you see the sentinels around me? Uh-oh. Don't like sentinels. My sentinels checking me out. So, here's the copper that I was talking about. But what we're gonna do is sentinels don't like it when you mine resources, if I remember right. So what I'm actually gonna do, we're gonna scan it. We're gonna see how big it is. It's okay. I'm gonna sneak myself under here. Now, the other thing is, you want to make your beam smaller. Oh, I forgot how to make my beam smaller. If you make your beam smaller, how do you do I think that's it. I think it's Q and E. Do a little test over here. Nope, not Q and E. There it is. R, T. R makes it smaller. The smaller the beam, the more resources you gain when you're using it for mining copper and other metals like I am. Now remember, I mentioned different metals give you different rates of return. I just hit C to see where the copper was. Copper is the worst, but it's also the first metal that can turn into chromatic metal. And I'm gonna need to use my refiner. Gonna have to use carbon as my battery resource, as my energy source. I am going to, oh, look at that. Now you can recharge your terrain manipulator. I don't like to use a ferrite dust or the pure ferrite. I like to use silica. Why? Because I can turn around and dig up more silica powder. Other good things with silica powder, once you can make glass. I like to make almost all of my buildings out of glass. Why? I don't know. I just like it. You can look out and see everything. Alright, this copper node is fair size. Oh. Poked a hole. So we should get enough that we're going to be able to make enough chromatic metal, not only for our base computer, but I'm trying to make sure that I get all of it. That way, when we have to make our first jump drive, I'll have enough for that too. Now that just comes, I know that I need it because I've played the game so many times before. And take a quick peek and see how much I have. I've already got more than a stack. That's pretty good. Now, when you're playing in harder game modes, one of the cool things that I like is that your inventory, not your actual individual slots goes down, but the amount that stacks in those slots does go down. It makes the game a little bit more difficult. You've got to manage your resources a little bit better. That's one of the reasons why I like to create batteries and life support.
Technology recharge.
Whenever you recharge, you got to remember to either shrink or make your mining beam large or small again, because it reverts back to standard. So when you're playing in Permadeath, you actually have to pay attention to what you're carrying. That's one of the reasons why I like to make the life support and gels and also the batteries. Okay, so now I have enough, but do I want to build on this planet? Not really, to be honest.
Units received.
I haven't found anything cool on it. Silver, I could grab some of that. It's a knowledge stone. Let's jump back into the radiant pillar, and we're gonna do a little flying around. If I can, I would love to locate a trading post. What's this down here? Ooh, that is something I don't want to mess with. I believe that's a Sentinel fuel depot. But the reason I want to find a trading post is if you build near it, you can use it as a landing pad until you build your first or get access to your first. It also gives you access to traders. And usually there's at least one S-class ship that's going to land at it every once in a while. Each galaxy has at least one S-class ship in it. At least that's my experience, that you can purchase up at the space station. There are tricks to getting into load, like if you save the game and then load, it should be there in the first 3 landings. I don't know, I just wait. I've stopped trying to use those tricks and just play. Alright, I'm not finding... I'm scanning to look for buildings, but nothing's really coming up. So I'm just gonna jump off this planet, because there was a planet that had oceans, and I like to build near oceans when I can. That was the acidic planet I came from. Was it that one? Might have been. %. Got enough tritium. I don't have a lot of tritium. I just used it all, didn't I? Yep, I did. Okay, cool. Alright, does this guy have oceans? Nope, doesn't look like it. I know I saw a planet with... Oh, there we go. Okay, so we're gonna... Got a star bulb, too. That's good. We're gonna go there. That's where we're gonna build our first base. A little further away than I was hoping, but I want to build near an ocean so that I can do the Nautilus quests early. Actually, it's a lot further away than I wanted. That's all right. We're gonna travel there. When we're done with this, we're gonna jump into Tia. Uh-oh. I do not really want to get into a fight right now. I might die. It's real early to have to fight off a pirate. I got 20 more seconds. Let's go. Let's get there. Aw, is that... I'm gonna be really sad. No, that's ocean. That's gotta be ocean. That might not be ocean. No, that is. Okay, the ocean's just red. I'll take that. I'm gonna... Actually, let's start here. We're gonna mine some tritium. Perfect. I'm doing that because I'm definitely gonna need some to get to the space station after we build our first base. So I'm just gonna mine a few of these rocks. Gold nugget, cool. Alright, then we're gonna head down to this island. I like to build on islands. Oh no, that is not water? Okay, it is. Alright. I would have been a little sad. Doesn't exactly look like it's super deep water, though. Alright, cool. It's water. I like water. Just gonna take a peek around, see if there's anything. Ooh, rainbows! It's a double rainbow. Alright. I don't see any trading posts, so we're gonna build over here. I like that. I like this little pinnacle thing. I could build in there. That'd be cool. Be a little different. All right, let's. We're gonna land over here. All right, then I'm gonna. Ooh. Whoa! Look at that! Come on, get that scanned. I didn't catch it for a scan. I wonder if I can turn that into a pet. That would be awesome. Come back up. Come on, get it. Oh, all right. We're definitely building here. Okay. One thing we're gonna do is we're on mine mode. We're gonna switch to flatten. We're gonna try to flatten this rock. Yeah, okay, we just need a little spot. One thing, when you get up to the edge of a mountain, you can use it because it's not gonna destroy your jetpack. I'm gonna flatten this whole thing because this, I liked this little pinnacle. I think maybe I should have gone a little higher, but this is where we're gonna build our first base. I already like this planet. It's cool. Now you'll see I'm getting all that silica powder. That's going to be useful later. I have more than enough carbon to build a basic structure and base. And I'm just flattening out the top of this so that we have some space. Another thing I kind of like to do, because I'm a crazy weirdo, is I like to build underground. So I will start my base up top. And we'll build like a cool looking shelter, and then I'll dig into here. Once I do that, I will create some outcroppings so I can build not only a landing pad off of it, but also I'll build an under. Ooh, look at that! That's useful. I will build underwater so that we can build the Nautilus base too. All right, so first things first. We need, no, wrong menu here. And all right, we need to build a portable refiner. because we don't have enough chromatic metal. It changed my colors. I want it to be that guy and blue. We're good. Okay, turn. Boop. All right, so E. Gonna charge it up with some. No, we're not gonna use the carbon. We're gonna use this guy.
Technology
Then
recharge.
we need to find the copper. We're gonna do that copper. We're gonna get all of it. We're gonna let that run. Ah, cool. So that allowed me when I. Oh, this is gonna be a cool base. When I destroyed that land, it only did it in a certain size arc. So I still have a whole bunch of that pinnacle above me. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to start a regular base. But once I can make glass, I'm essentially going to turn this into, yeah, it's going to be a square because you can't make round glass yet. At least I don't think you can. It would be really cool if I could. I'm going to turn this into an entire glass enclosure in between the two mountain structures. That's going to be cool. I like that idea. All right, that is enough. Okay, so now I'm gonna build our base computer again. I like to change the color. There we go. Let's talk to it. Claim base. Wow, this is gonna be a cool base. There's a building over there towards the left. I like it. All right, base computer's online. Extract my plans. Okay, so we need to build this before the storm comes. Blah, blah, blah. But actually, we got a roof above us, so we don't really have to worry about that too much. But I will. I will build what we're supposed to. Again, change my colors. Change it into wooden timber. Oh, I thought it was blue. All right, we'll go with that guy. Okay. All right, we're gonna keep that in the center. 1, 2. Says I can do 64 of those.
Base computer online.
That's fine. See, we got a storm coming. We're gonna build some walls. Let's check our colors and our timber. And build some walls. That's all I need. I plan on destroying them afterwards anyway. And check our colors. Why does it keep on changing off that? Now there's a storm coming, so we need to finish. There we go. Okay. So I am getting hit with that storm. Still getting hit with that storm. So we're gonna. Oh, nope. Okay, not getting hit with that storm anymore. So building the floors as a roof did work. So that's perfectly fine. Perfect. Looks like I'll get 2 sizes. All right, I'm gonna keep the other sides open for now, and the reason being, I really want to make this out of glass. So I'm gonna leave it open until I discover the recipe for glass. Subterranean devices. Yes, salvage that. I already grabbed one. Thank you. All right, magnetized ferrite and carbon nanotubes. So for magnetized ferrite, let's go back. Need to build this guy again. Ooh, really changed my color setup. getting hit with this storm. I don't like that.
Technology recharge.
So for magnetized ferrite, you need to take pure ferrite and process that. Ooh, stop hitting me with this. Okay, we're gonna destroy this later, but we're just gonna finish our building because as soon as it's closed, as soon as the building's closed, I'm gonna stop. Oh, shoot! I need a little of that pure ferrite. Stop that real quick. Take that. Actually, I think that's enough. Okay, then we need to go build this guy. We're gonna build this. Oh, shoot. Carbon nanotube. That's easy. Carbon nanotube. Again, change colors. There we go. Turn that into wood. Stick that in the corner.
Weather warning. Incoming storm.
Now, I already have a salvage data, and I know I do. Alright, so I need 2. I don't have 2. I only have 1. And to get glass... So I can do the glass floor with 3. But when I say I need glass... Oh, I can't even see it yet. Okay. Alright. So. Spend salvage data. I don't think I grabbed 2. I might have. Let's find out. Oh, I do. Okay, cool. I have 2. Your base can be renamed. We're gonna rename this. Oh, what do I want to name this? I don't know yet. Pinnacle. Pinnacle. I can't spell. Whatever. That'll do for now. Okay, so now I need 4 metal plates. I don't think I'm gonna have enough. Need 200 ferrite. I don't have enough. Alright, so as I said, I wanted to build the base. Our base is built. We got a cool place. We're gonna save the game. Options. Oh. Rename current save. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna name this Airborne Stream Permadeath. Permadeath. Alright. I'll make the same commitment here as I made on Bellwright. 1 save. We're only gonna play this save when I'm streaming. And yeah, that's what we're gonna do. But I still have to save. Renaming save was not saving. That was just renaming the save. I either need to get back to my ship and go in and out, or we need to create a save point. To do the save point,
Storm clearing.
you need to unlock it. Buildable technology. Save beacon. I don't have any more salvage data, so I got to get to my ship just to save it. Alright, that's done.
Life support power low.
Alright, restore point, save. Okay, so we are done streaming. Thank you for viewing if you have. I'm going to jump off for a few minutes. I'm going to refresh my non-alcoholic beverage, and I'm going to come back shortly, and we're going to stream some TLS. So thank you for checking me out. I appreciate it, and have a great night.
Every time the night bells ring, I hope your light is what they bring. Like the North Star in the sky,